kasi that day na nagpunta ako doon, hindi sinasadya yung suot ko, pareho ng uniform ng teachers. So akala niya talaga teacher ako. So ganyan, hi teacher! Ganyan siya. So parang ano ako, ang ganda nung pakiramdam na tinawag ka na teacher.
Anong year ka nito, ma'am?
Hindi, mga fourth year na ako noon. Patapos na rin na ano. So, I was really looking for something to do already after college. So, yun. So, I like that maganda yung tinakbo nung demo class. And then, I like the environment na, tapos ang dami ko kilala kasi marami na ako nakilala kasi my brothers went to the grade school. So, yung mga teachers nila, kilala ko, mga ganon. I had an uncle who was also working in the grade school at that time as a staff. So, medyo familiar. And then, hindi ko nabanggit, second generation Ateneo employee. My dad was an employee for the longest time. Ano siya? He started staff talaga, Jesuit residence, ganyan, made his way up. He retired as the director of the Rizal Library. So, matagal siyang naging director ng Rizal Library. So, yun, parang in my mind doon, parang this is my way of giving back. Kasi yung Ateneo education naman kasama yon dun kasi employee yung dad ko, so na-enjoy namin yung discount, yung everything, the benefits and everything. So ito yung way naman na makapagbalik sa Ateneo nung nabigay sa akin. So doon lang nagsimula. So nag-apply ako sa grade school, yun nga, sakto that year, a lot of their teachers resigned because they were recruited to the States kasi the New York parochial schools were recruiting Filipino teachers. So, nag-alisan lahat ng mga veteran teachers nila. They needed a lot of teachers. So, yun, swinerte kami na bago pa ako graduate, natanggap ko na yung acceptance letter ko sa grade school. So, hindi pa ako nag-graduation, meron na ako. So, talagang sobrang dire-diretso talaga. Hindi na ako nakaalis ng Ateneo. To think, di ba, second generation. So, dito na ako lumaki. So, hanggang ngayon, nandito pa rin ako. So, medyo
history si ma'am,
super second home talaga ang Ateneo to me.
Talo pa ni ma'am ang mga true blue na.
Oo, kasi umaalis sila. Ako, nandito pa rin.
Nag-stay, oo. Pero ma'am, matanong ko lang, meron bang isang teacher nung ikaw yung nag-aaral mismo na naka-inspire sa'yo?
Madami. And ang nakakatawa, when I look back now, mostly it was my English teachers na nakaka-inspire talaga. I had one in high school, si Mrs. Israel, pangalan niya. She was very strict. She was very but she was very motherly. So, yun, ganun siya. Tapos ang galing magsalita, very articulate. Yan. So, to this day, when you ask me who my best teachers were, siya. Tapos yung first year teacher ko, si Dr. Edna Manlapas, dito sa LS. Ano na yan? Pillar. Haligi. Legend. Diba? So, she was my English teacher also. So, sila talaga yung super inspiring for me. I remember Dr. Manlapas telling me noon na parang nahirapan ka kasi sanay ka before na ikaw yung okay dun sa school mo, tapos ngayon you're just one of the many. Yes. Parang ganon.
At ang helpful niyan, ma'am, for a freshman, no?
Oo,
just parang, coming into...
Oo, na parang, hindi, challenge siya, na parang, so, hindi ka na special dito kasi ang dami kayong magagaling. So, kailangan mag-prove ka pa ng worth mo. And, so, I remember that. And up to now, naaalala ko yung sinabi niya na yon. It's always a challenge na, not to give up, na kahit nahirapan ka na, tuloy mo lang. Kasi kasama yon, parang ganun, kasama sa buhay. Yun, those were my, marami, mga pare. Ang dami kong, naabutan ko pa yung marami pa nagtuturo na pare. Sina Father Riley, si Paseo de Riley.
Napangalan
na Father Riley.
Mga Riley at Bill.
Kaya na lang yun, oo.
Yan, sina Father Grospe sa theology naman yan. Yan. Yung mga teachers namin nung araw. And we were lucky na naabot. Father Lehif sa history, di ba? Parang inabot pa namin yung American Jesuits na
Kapag nagtuturo ay naka
Hindi naman, nakabarong sila.
nakabarong.
Nakabarong sila na nung nagtuturo.
Nabanggit ni Ma'am, no, parang English teachers. I forgot to mention earlier, Ma'am Sanson is actually
Yeah.
the subject area
Yeah.
coordinator now
Oo.
for
Yeah.
English, no, in the senior high school.
Always been an English teacher from year one.
When you look back, Ma'am, no, nabanggit mo, ang dami ng ring guro na tumatak sa'yo. Parang when you look at them, what was in them or ano yung nakaakit sa'yo na, uy, ang galing ng teachers na to?
Siguro yung influence, kasi pinapanood mo sila, parang you want to be like them someday. Parang ganon. And, yun, yung gusto mo yung very passionate sila sa trabaho nila, and you could see that in the way they dealt with the students, so that was very inspiring even to a young child or to a high schooler at that time.
Alam mo ang halaga talaga no merong someone you look up to na teacher. Kasi yun ang susundan mo At yun yung magiging parang in a way magpupursige sa'yo kapag nagtuturo, di ba?
At totoo yung sabi ni Ma'am na pag may nakita kang guro na alam mong mahal niya yung ginagawa niya. Nakakahawa yung enthusiasm, yung inspiration. Parang yun nga, challenges you na, it'd be nice to one day actually.
And actually, you're also inspired to do well in the subject.
Totoo,
Kasi
Ma'am.
nakikita mo, di ba? Parang nakakahiya naman kung
Oo.
bigay na bigay yung teacher mo tapos ikaw, wala.
Tama,
So,
Ma'am.
yun.
Nakakahawa.
Nakakahawa. Totoo.
Okay, so teaching elective, no, nasubukan ni Ma'am.
Yes, so,
Nakita
tapos nagustuhan. Yun na.
isang araw nagsuot siya ng uniform na sumakto sa uniform ng ibang teachers.
Tapos
Diba,
nawag siyang teacher. Oo.
And you decided no to enter into teaching, Ma'am. How were your first few years of teaching in the grade school?
Medyo difficult kasi parang all eyes on you kasi you're new, and then yun nga nawala yung core nila of teachers So alam nila magbabago ang profile ng Ateneo Grade School at that time kasi sobrang daming new teachers. So kung hindi sila mag-train ng mabuti, maraming, di ba, yung the parents will complain and so we were really put under the best and the strictest mentors that you could possibly have. Yung hindi talagang ngumingiti. Meron, I remember si Mr. Celorio nung araw, nino-orient kami. Hanggang ngayon, tumatak sa akin yun na parang bawal ngumiti hanggang December. Ayan, gano'n. Hindi ka talaga pwedeng ngumiti sa mga kasi pag nakita kang ngumiti, parang sisimula, na sila, it's a sign that they kaya kanila, ganyan. So, mga gano'n yung rules nila. Tapos, from them, I learned, yun nga, lesson planning, yung babalik yung lesson plan mo na puro pula. Kasi notebook pa yun nun, tapos susulat mo talaga yung lesson plan mo. Yung talagang may isipin mo, wala na ba akong nagawang tama? Parang ganon. Kasi puro pula, ganyan. Pero at that time, tatanggapin mo kasi wala ka alam And that was the mentality noon. Because wala akong alam. Lahat talaga nung ipupuna sa akin, kailangan kong tanggapin. And then, so, doon, natuto kami sa ganon na, so, it was tough love. Yung pagagalitan ka, pag meron, pag, naalala ko noon, pinagalitan ako kasi puro line of 9 daw yung grade ng mga estudyante ko. So sabi ko, ano bang mali doon? Sabi kasi hindi yan normal curve. Parang gano'n. Masyadong madali yung quizzes mo. Masyadong gano'n. So, yun, parang yung akala mo, di ba maganda yun? Yung ba't sila mataas? Hindi pala. Kasi hindi na di-discriminate kung sino yung magagaling doon sa hindi. So, doon ako natuto talaga nung mga, yung everything that, yung magche-check ka ng papel, kailangan maibalik mo kaagad. Yun. Yung mga simpleng traits na yun na hanggang ngayon dala-dala ko kasi yung training, ganun yung training ko So it helps a lot na all through the years na as I went up from, kasi ang una ko tinuruan grade 3. So syempre madadali pa yung quizzes noon, di ba? Ano ba naman yung grade 3, di ba? Pati yung matter, di ba? Hindi mo naman kailangan aralin yung matter ng grade 3. Pero Pero, ang mahirap sa ganong kaliliit, yung management, yung classroom management. Kasi talaga naman, 10-year-olds yan. Isipin mo na lang,
At
di
all
ba?
boys to, ma'am.
All boys, 10-year-olds. Tapos yung classroom ko pa noon, naalala ko, ito yung bintana namin, may kita mo yung mga nicho ng sementeryo dyan sa barangka. Ganun kami, nandun yung classroom sa tabi nung sementeryo. So pag yung malapit na yung undas, may mga bulaklak namin naglagay pa ng bungo. Tapos nagwawala yung mga bata kasi may bungo dun sa Yun yung mga ganon na parang looking back now, di ba? Parang it was such an innocent time, not just for them but for me. Kasi di ba, parang wala lang, parang kasi 10 years lang ang diferensya namin eh. 10 years old sila, 20 ako kasi fresh graduate ako. So parang it was not that big of a difference na they could still relate with me, nakakatakbo. Baka magulat kayo, kilala nyo si Jerome Garcia.
Oo, Sir Jerome.
Sir Jerome Grade School, estudyante ko yan, first batch.
At teacher din siya ngayon sa grade school.
Siya, campus ministry din natin, hindi ako sure. Ayan, Jerome. Yun, si Jason Tan sa CSIP, yan. Sila yung first class ko talaga na parang looking back now, di ba, parang at that point in time, ang saya lang, parang despite the difficulty that I was getting from the training, parati siya na tutumbasan nung saya mo pag nasa loob ka ng classroom at nandyan yung mga bata at nakakatawa talaga sila.
And I imagine, ma'am, it really must have been tough kasi yun nga, psych background. Hindi ka naman
hindi ako edo
for 4 years.
At first
Tapos,
time yung
Tapos bigla kang papasok sa context.
Pero nakatulong yung psych background sa pag-deal dun sa mga bata. yun naman yung advantage ko. Kahit na, kasi natututunan mo naman yung lesson planning, yung mga tututunan mo naman yan eh. Pero yung the dealing with the kids.
Dealing with the children.
Yun yung...
Speaking of classroom management, no, yun talaga ang struggle, no?
Sa simula, yun talaga yung
Hindi ka pa rin bang umingiti ngayon, ma'am, hanggang December?
Hindi, alam mo ka, even then, mahirap yun eh. Kasi malilit yung, di ba, ang cute nila eh. Nakakatawa sila eh.
Mapapangiti ka talaga.
Mapapangiti ka talaga sa kanila eh. Kasi gumagawa talaga sila ng mga kung ano-ano na matatawa ka na lang eh.
Nabanggit ni ma'am, no? Parang, yun nga, this was an innocent time, not just for the students, but also for her. I wanted to ask, ma'am, as a new teacher back then, as a very young teacher, parang every time you entered the classroom, I mean, what did you want for your students? What was your
At that time,
motivation, inspiration?
At that time, sa takot ko sa mga boss ko, ang gusto ko lang pumasa sila. Yung tuwing magbigay ako ng test, makuha nila, yung tipong ganon. Yung that they know the answer kasi you taught them the right thing, yung ganon. At saka hindi naman ganon kahirap yung lesson, so parang dapat. Kaya minsan, nakaka-frustrate pag yung nagsa-struggle sa lesson, yung ganon. Kasi, ang kalaban mo lang naman dyan, sa ganyang kabata, yung hindi talaga English speaker. 'Di ba? So or hindi nagbabasa. So yun yung parati mong struggle and yung challenge to get these kids to read and get these kids to be interested in what you're yun lang muna yung matter lang ganun. And then later on as they grew up and as I grew up and up to now naman parang they just end up to be good and kind people. Yun lang ang goal, 'di ba? Parang umabot ako sa point na parati ko sinasabi sa mga estudyante ko, kahit makalimutan nyo na tong mga tinuturo ko na content kasi mababasa nyo naman yan somewhere else or you can remember, but yung sa buhay yung values na nakukuha nyo, sabi ko yun sana yung tumatak para hindi hindi naman nasayang yung isang taon na pinagsamahan natin, parang gano'n. Yun yung usual last day speech ko.
Alam mo nung sa Facebook, nabasa ko lang bago mag Teachers Day or during the Teachers Day, meron dong post, no, sabi, ano yung di mo makakalimutang line ng teacher mo? Ma'am, kung tatanungin sa iyo yun, no, kung halimbawa estudyante kami ni Sir Mark,
Ano sa tingin mo, mamang, hindi namin makakalimutan galing sa'yo?
Oo.
Na line?
O mga lessons in life.
Ako, ever since, nakikita lang sa Facebook ngayon, pero ever since yung God's Love, ever since yun, kahit nung mga grade school pa yung hawak ko, pati ko tinatanong sa kanila yon. Kasi, ang ano ko, nung hindi na grade 3, yung medyo grade 6 na yung mga estudyante ko, I asked them to keep journals. So itong journal na to, parang every week magsusulat lang sila doon, and then I read and then I answer. Labas to sa English, parang as their class advisor, moderator, sinasubmit lang nila kasi wala akong oras na kausapin sila isa-isa eh. So yun na yung notebook na yun yung ano nila sa akin na kung ano. So doon pinapa-share ko na sa kanila, what's your God's love for the week? Paano mo lang nakita si God dun sa sa linggo mo? So I guess up to now, hangga't nung huling kasi Debrito, yung last class ko, yun pa rin yung yung keyword, trademark na parating ang
I guess also, yun nga sabi ni Ma'am, second generation Atenista na to, parang ingrained na rin kay Mamang values
super.
ng
Finding God in all things.
of course, Ignatian spirituality. Hindi na mawawala kay Ma'am yan.
At nakakatuwa dahil sa elementary pa lang, no, makita nila kagad, no, yung God's love, pag-recognize ng God's love sa kanila, no.
Akala ko nga noon na high school lang. Tapos nung may mga nakita akong letters na from the grade school, nakalagay na yung God's love. So sabi ko, okay, matagal na talaga. Hindi lang And then yung sa expressions naman, ako pag nagagalit ako kasi what the heck yan. Yan ever since meron ako isang class nung gumawa pati ng t-shirt, what the heck, yun na nakalagay doon sa t-shirt na niregalo nila sa akin. Tapos nagpagawa din sila para sa kanila. Yun yung class shirt nila. Ayun, nakakatawa.
Ang gandang impluwensya nun. God's love.
At ang galing nga kasi nga, di ba, ako personally, and I'm sure for you, Sir Gian, di ba, parang usually the good teachers are the ones who actually care for the students.
Yeah.
Di ba, yung
It's
kayang...
not hard.
yung di ba, pag meron kang guro na kayang iparamdam sa'yo na, uy, may pakailam si teacher sa akin. Di ba? And yun nga, Ma'am Sansan's way of doing it, it wasn't part of English anymore, but
That's the
di
journal.
ba, parang just allowing them to journal, just allowing them to reflect was, I think, definitely a big thing already for the students. No?
Hindi lang naman yun yung laman ng journal. Minsan ko ano lang, parang what's your favorite food, mga ganun. Yung para lang makilala ko sila. What's your favorite food? Who's your best friend? Yung mga ganun. Yun lang yung sinishare nila sa na in the hope that they also write, they masanay sila magsulat tapos and share.
When you look back, Ma'am, parang you look back at Ma'am Sansan from the 88s, 89s, 90s, and you look at your teaching style, how would you describe it then?
Then I'd like to think that even then maayos naman akong teacher. Pero ang naalala ko noon, and it was one thing that one of my bosses called my attention to, is madali ako ma-attach sa mga bata. So there were some kids who really wanted more attention than others. So minsan yon, parang na bibigay mo more than yung more than, parang lumalabas tuloy parang favorite, ganyan. Pero kasi at that time sila yung nangangailangan kasi I remember before, meron akong student, second year of teaching ko, his parents were very busy kasi businessmen, very successful yung business nila. So parating wala, parating and yung kid talagang naghahanap talaga ng kahit makwentuhan man lang. Yung ganun. Tapos not doing well also in the studies kasi puro tutor, ganun lang, wala yung parents, ganyan. Pero together naman, maganda naman yung family nila. Kaya lang, yun very busy lang talaga. So itong batang to, tumatawag sa bahay. Wala lang, magkakwento lang, ganyan. So naging yun na parating pag may gusto siyang ikwento, tatawag, tapos kikwento lang niya, tapos wala, ganyan. Tapos yun, parang sinabihan lang ako na huwag ka masyado ma-attach kasi well, it's part of the job. And then after the year kasi, aalis yan, pupunta sa susunod. 'Di ba? Parang kung masyado kang ma-attach, baka mahirapan din yung bata and so yun, that one I had to learn. Na nagawin, pero mahirap kasi human nature, 'di ba? And na-reciprocate, nakikita mo, 'di ba? Parang tapos feeling mo kailangan ka. So yun lang yung ko doon. So I had to learn that the hard way. Ayun, pero what's nice about it is that yun yung batang yun, as in he's what now, 41? In these 10 years, diba? He's very successful now. Siya na yung nagmamanage nung business nila, yung business na pinalago nung parents niya. And yun, we've kept in touch up to today. So ilang taon na kami? 32 years na rin kami magkano. And yung ganon lasting, akala mo wala lang. Kasi bata pa sila nun, di ba? Pero they remember and di ba, tumatak din naman sa kanila yung the time that you took to attend to them.
And I'm assuming, ma'am, parang yung pakikinig mo sa kanya back then, wala naman sa isip mo na 30 plus years into the future, maalala nito.
Alam mo na nga yun na pag nag-grade 4 na siya, wala na, di ba? Doon na siya sa next teacher niya. Pero ito, doon batang to, even when he was still yung 4, 5, 6, 7 niya, at bumabalik, bumadalaw na, ganun pa rin yung
At yun nga, no, bilang isang episode to ng pagpupugay sa mga guro, parang it amazes me how actions from years ago or many years ago even, diba, it sticks with the students.
It echoes.
Even the simplest actions actually dala-dala ng bata yan eh. Diba?
Conversely din, pag may nagawa kang mali, dala-dala din nila. Dala-dala din nila yun. Hanggat matanda nila.
Parang may naalala kang experience doon, mama.
Hindi, yun yung mga the mistakes. Kasi nung araw, pwede pa yung corporal punishment eh. So, yun eh, pwede pa yung papasquat ka, yung mga ganun. Naaalala nila yun. Yung to this day, pag yung naku, si mama yan, nagpapasquat yan, yung mga ganyan.
At pagtatawanan na lang siguro yun kapag kinakwento.
Kasi they know naman that it was coming from yun nga, yung parang magtanda kayo. Kasi naman nung araw, minsan yung parents na mismo nagsasabi na parang, bahala na kayo dyan. Yung tipong, di ba, kahit pwede niyong gawin. Sobrang baliktad sa ngayon na That's why I think that parang yung mga earlier generations, mas sila eh, mas matatag. kasi hindi sila na baby masyado. And they experienced
they had it the hard way.
Sila yung, di ba, ang laruan nila Holin, basketball, patintero, nagtutulakan sila dun sa di ba? Naranasan pa nila yung ganun eh. Ngayon wala nang ganun. So, hindi na.
Okay. Marami-rami na nang nakwento si ma'am, no? For now, we'll be taking a short break. But again, stay with us as we continue discussing and giving praise, no, to the people who have dedicated their lives to the formation of our youth. To our formation, actually. So we'll take a break and let's listen to this song.
Behind a restless search for greater meaning and answers to our deepest questioning, beneath relentless faith, boundless hope, surrendering love, behind our trust that all things will be better, that peace will reign and mercy will prevail, deep in our hearts, in our souls, in all we are, dwells God, eternal God, self-giving God. remains that deep within us dwells God. Behind a deep regret for all our failings and hunger for the pardon of our sins, beneath our guilt and shame, decide to rise from them again. Behind our courage to forgive each other and willingness to heal each other's pain, deep in our hearts, in our souls, in all we are, dwells God, eternal God, self-giving God, all-powerful love, more than we ever know or may believe. The truth remains that deep within us dwells God. Dwells God, eternal God, more than we ever know or may believe. The truth remains that deep within us dwells God, dwells God, dwells God.
Okay, we're back. Again, welcome back to Ignited to Inspire. This afternoon, we are joined by my guest co-host, Mr. Gian Dayaw, and our guest for today, no, si Mrs. Sansan Borja from the senior high school. Currently, the subject area coordinator for English. And this afternoon, we are dedicating an episode to teachers, no, to those who have formed us when we were young, growing older. Diba, yung mga taong nagbigay ng buhay nila, panahon nila para sa atin. Okay, no, that was Dwells God. That was a song personally chosen by
Requested.
requested by Ma'am Sansa, no. So tanungin natin siya ng konti. Ano meron sa kantang yun, Ma'am, at napili mo siya?
Ganun din, yung God's love. Parang yun na yung una kong naisip na na parang in everything talaga dwells God. But you have to be very perceptive. Kasi minsan, andyan na lahat sa tabi mo. Hindi mo naman binibigay na sa'yo lahat ng sagot sa dasal mo, pero hindi mo napapansin. Yung ganon. So, always made it a conscious effort. Kasi I'm not the type of person who will sit down and pray the rosary or pray na may novena, yung mga ganon. Yan lang yung dasal ko parate. Yung makita ko yung kung paano siya present at the moment. Yung ganon. Yan.
Okay, and I assume
Brainwash.
in 31 years, Ma'am, ang dami na ring pagkakataon, no, na diba, you became more perceptive to this God's love. And I wanted to ask you, Ma'am, in those 32 years, what were the experiences that made you say or tell yourself na okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life probably? What made you stay in this vocation of being a teacher?
Then and now talaga, it's really just the students. Parang if you do not love your students, no amount of money, wala namang pera talaga dito sa trabaho to, di ba? And no amount of honor, kahit na anong posisyon pa yung ibigay sa'yo, will make you happy. Kasi yun lang talaga makakapagpatagal sa'yo dito. There were times in the past when, parang you feel you're fighting a losing battle, na meron ka mga gustong gawin na hindi suportado ng marami, pero dahil bumabalik ka sa classroom at nakikita mo yung mga bata at maaalala mo, ito sila naman talaga yung dahilan kung bakit ka nandito. So, makakalimutan mo na lang kasi dito sa trabaho to, hindi may iwasan, may politika din, may mga kung ano-ano din, di ba? Pero kung balik ka ng balik sa classroom at nakikita mo ulit yung everyday kung ano yung dahilan kung bakit. Si Mr. Pagsi, di ba, he calls it his why. Pag bumabalik ka, nakikita mo ito, sila talaga yung why. Sila yung punot dulo. So, yun, parang it's always been about the students. So hanggat na feel na nararamdaman ko pa na meron pa rin ako maitutulong sa mga bata at meron pa rin ako nakukuhang fulfillment sa ginagawa ko sa mga bata, then it will still remain the reason why.
At I'm sure also, ma'am, na parang definitely there must have been times where you questioned your decision to pursue this. No, parang can you share with us, the experiences that really made you, I think, sabihin natin, want to leave or want to pursue another profession?
Hindi naman umabot sa ganon, sa I want to pursue another profession, pero more of hindi ko maintindihan minsan how things work. Parang ganon. And the frustration is in parang you just want to do a good job. Parang ganon. And then sometimes there are systems in place that prevent you from doing so. So minsan nagtatanong ka. Pero over the years naman natutunan ko na rin sakyan. Kasi in all these years, ang dami ko na lang pinagdaanan. May mga panahon na ang tingin sa akin, rebelde. As in, kontra sa lahat, di ba? May mga panahon naman, ikaw yung tatakbuhan para, di ba, para humingi ng, ikaw yung pinapap-chair sa lahat. Parang gano'n. So, nadaanan ko na lahat yan. And, again, the challenge is to just find just go back to why you're here in the first place. Yun na lang, pag dumadating yung mga panahon na hindi mo maintindihan kung kasi I remember that ito a very trying experience to. Yung isang parent nagalit sa akin kasi sa galit ko dun sa bata kasi the boy was underperforming, very lazy, hindi nagpa-perform sa klase, doesn't do his homework, tamad-tamad ganyan. So parang ang nasabi ko sa class was, alam mo, kung ayaw mo dito sa Ateneo, marami pang may mas marami pang deserving sa'yo. Ganyan. So, ganun yung nabitawan kong salita sa classroom. Kasi, ayun, admittedly naman, I have a very bad temper also pagdating sa ano. So, yun, kinasama nung parent, medyo kilala yung parent eh. So, dumiretso sila, nagreklamo sila, ganyan-ganyan. So, siya daw, hindi na niya napapagsalitaan ng ganun yung mga anak niya, sino ba daw ako, parang yan. So, I remember my class then, grade 4 to pumunta sa akin, sabi, teacher, tama naman yung sinabi mo kasi hindi siya gumagawa ng homework. So parang grabe yung bata nakita yung sinasabi ko, bakit yung magulang hindi. So umabot sa point na because it went straight up, so committee ganyan. So in short, parang na disciplinary sanction, something like that, because the parent pressure and everything. So ang nakagaan sa akin sobra is my students understood why, and they were even telling ikaw naman sinasabihan ka lang naman na yung mga ganyan. Sila pa yung tapos yung ang ko doon, ang masama ang loob ko doon kasi tama ako. At the end of the year, nasan yung bata? Wala. Repeat. Rin siya, na kick out din siya, di ba? So sana nakinig na lang kayo kasi parang it was for his good because nga walang nagsasabi sa kanya ng ganon. So, but then, di ba, you have to bear the consequence of that. So because of that, parang 2 years yata, hindi ako pwedeng mag-performance rating na mataas, yung ganun. So, there were times talaga na ganun, na yung, hindi naman to the point na aalis ka, pero yung questioning ko parang, ano pa ba to? Parang worth it pa ba to? Parang kasi grabe yung ano sa self-esteem mo na ganyan na there were times, meron pang time nun sinabihan ako na kailangan ko daw ng psychiatric evaluation. Yung ganon. Because yung umaabot sa ganon. And then you just look deep into yourself and say, tell yourself na parang, no, this is not who I am. And they don't know me. And my students know me. Kasi yung mga estudyante, pag nangyayari, ang parati kong pag nangyayari yung mga ganyan, yung mga estudyante yung sumusulat. Tapos yung mga magulang nila yung sumusulat. So yun yung talagang ko, always papakonsole talaga, and parang it doesn't matter, di ba? It doesn't matter yung rating, wala yan, yung basta ito yung sila yung dahilan kung ba't ako nandito, hanggat nakikita nila yung value, okay lang. Malalagpasan at malalagpasan ko rin yung mga ganun. So yun, it's been very grace-filled despite the challenges na
Nakakatuwa no? Success. Sa lahat ng nagdaanan ni Ma'am Sansan, dito pa rin siya.
At
Para sa atin.
palagay ko yung nabanggit ni Ma'am Sansan na struggles, I think a lot of teachers can resonate with that.
kasi it's not always smooth sailing.
Na parang at times you really have to reprimand kids. No, as a teacher, a previous teacher myself, sometimes it's very difficult, ma'am, I'm sure, when you get mad at your students. It feels heavy, it feels tiring to get mad. But at the end of the day, you remind yourself, no, I had to do that because I care for them. Because I love them, you love your students. No? At napag-uusapan nga rin namin madalas, ma'am, na parang kung hindi mo sila sasabihan tungkol dun, I mean, who else?
Who else? Wala.
Who else will call them out on those things?
Yun.
Yung sunod na tanong ko, ma'am, baka medyo mahirap to sa'yo. 31 years. Can you name, if you're asked, ano yung mga pinaka matingkad na karanasan mo sa pagtuturo?
Sige,
What are the first things that come to mind?
I always tell this story kasi talagang siya, unforgettable siya. I had a student ko siya, grade 3 siya. His name's Martin Afable. Sobrang kulit na bata. As in, the typical little boy na kulit, yung hirap sabihan, ganyan, malikot, ganyan. So, grade 3 yun. We were okay, grade 3, ganyan. Pagdating niya ng grade 4, na-diagnose siya ng brain cancer. So, nagkasakit. Pagdating niya ng grade 5, naging estudyante ko ulit siya. By that time, blind na siya. Tapos, nag-progress na yung cancer niya and everything. But, that year, yun yung buntis pa ako sa panganay ko that year. And nakita mo pumapasok siya, bulag siya. Pero, everyday, tinatry pa rin niya yung best niya dun sa So, parang sobrang na-humble ako that year. Ang dami ko natutunan dun sa batang yon, na yung sa lakas ng loob at saka sa yung overcoming talaga the adversity and Tapos when I gave birth, sabi niya, why didn't you name your baby after me? So sabi ko, she's a girl. So sabi ko, I promise, sabi ko, when I have a boy, I'm going to name him after you, sabi ko. So the following year, yun, na siya, na he passed away na the following year. So yun, si Mookie, kaya Martin si Mookie dahil kay Martin Afable. So yun, he really taught me a lot. That short, hindi na siya pumapasok towards the end of the year, pero yung short period na yun, na nakita ko yung struggle, pero he was able to overcome. When I remember Martin, I just, parang am humbled by the story that by his example, and then the rest, kailangan ko siya banggitin kasi talagang to this day naman, parang he's always been a a special student. Si Kiefer siguro kasi nung estudyante ko isa pa yan. At to this day, ang tawag ko sa kanya kulit kasi kulit talaga. As in yung hindi siya nakaupo. Pati nakatayo, nakaupo sa table, kausap yung ganito. Ganyan. Sa lahat nga ng pictures ko ngayon, pag nakita ko, parang siya may kausap, yung gano'n. Yung nakangiti na lahat siya, nakatingin sa iba, yung gano'n. Gano'n siya yung ano. So, gano'n yung ano namin. Sobrang tas magaling na kasi siya noon. So, he was on, alam ko na malayo yung itatakbo ng ano niya. And then, I remember before graduation, grade 7 ko kasi siya estudyante, sabi ko, pag lumaki ulo mo ha, ako unang babatok sa'yo. Sabi ko, tandaan mo yan. Sabi ko, pag sumikat ka na, lumaki ulo mo. And then, wala to this day. Parang he's remained the same. Never changes. He would visit from time to time. And yun, parang wala. Sa laki na ng pangalan niya ngayon, hindi ko nakitaan ng ano. Sturdy when he followed in a few years after his kuya. Nagkataon din, nasa klase ko din. Ganun din. Kasi maganda talaga yung upbringing nila as a family and as the kids. So, very blessed to have had them as students. Atom Araulio was my student also in grade 3 when he was still discovering his talent. So siya yung bida sa school play, Oliver. So student ko rin siya noon. Nagsisimula pa lang siya Ding Dong Dantes. Was also my student in grade 3. So yun, it's so nice to see them very successful in their fields and parang giving back, yung knowing, nakita mo sila nung bata, very talented na sila, tapos hanggat paglaki nila, natuloy-tuloy pa nila. Very, very gratifying.
Diba? At yung mga pangalan na to, ma'am, ilan lang sila sa dami.
Ilan lang sa dami.
Sa dami.
Nakakatawa nga kasi some were saying, alam mo ba, mamang low-key goal lang namin ay mabanggit mo kami. In the same way na nababanggit mo sina Kiefer, ano. Sabi ko, anong mangyayari yan?
Nakakatuwa, no? Yung impluwensya ni ma'am sa mga naging estudyante niya.
And dahil nabanggit mo yun, Gino, parang since ma'am, Sansan was talking about her students. Diba, a teacher's influence on her students will always be there, definitely. But I wanted to ask ma'am also, diba, in all these years, ma'am, how do you think your students have influenced you the other way?
They have. Yun nga, si Martin, di ba? That's his influence on me. Yun. Faith in God talaga in all things. No matter how difficult, just go on. And then, yun, yung hindi mo pagpapapansinin. From Kiefer, I learned yung the resilience he has towards, he has a lot of bashers. Ang dami ko nang pinatulan online in his behalf. Pero parating niya ako sinasabihan na, anong patulan yan? Parang wala naman. Parang just close off everything. So, yun. So, sa kanya ko natututunan yung mga ganyan na parang pinagpapansin. Just tune out. Ang important, alam mo naman kung ano yung totoo. So, yun. Parang there are times na ganun. And even now, I learn a lot from the students. Ang dami nilang natuturo sa akin. Yung, I handle Lakambini now. The gender equality. Ang dami ko natututunan sa kanila. Sila yung talagang, because my generation did not have this. So, sa kanila ako natututo ng mga panibagong views and, you have to be open to all these things because you cannot just, remain stagnant. Yun. So, continue learning. Yun lang din yung always mantra.
So, it's a two-way.
As a teacher. Oo. Kasi the moment, I believe, the moment you stop learning, just get out of teaching already also. Kasi it goes both ways. You teach, you learn.
At ang hirap yata, ma'am, pag umabot sa punto na guro ka tapos sasabihin mo, alam ko na to.
Ayo. Well, dangerous yun. Dapat willing ka pa rin to learn always.
Ako, Mark, meron akong last question kay Ma'am Sansan.
Sige.
Simple lang tong Ma'am Sansan. Who is a teacher after your
31 years.
31 years of being a teacher in that profession and vocation? I think question for me ay for us your
Ano ang isang
sino ang isang guro?
Ang lalim. Kasi yun lang naman yung kaya mong i-share. Tapos habang patagal ng patagal, 'di ba? Parang ano to parang yung giving tree, yung nagulat ka na lang, ay wala na. wala na. Pero hindi yung sa giving tree, walang natira sa kanya. Itong profession na to, but the more you share, the more you bumabalik siya bumabalik siya and bumabalik siya 100-fold. So, you never run out of things to give, parang ganon. So that's a teacher, parang ikaw lang yung yung conduit, yung ikaw yung nagbibigay tapos babalik sa'yo, bibigay mo na naman, parang ganon. Yung that's how I look at it, na starts with information and then guidance and then everything, and then sooner or later you find buo na lahat na naibigay mo na dun sa profession.
And of course, we're almost at the end of our episode, and I'd like to take this opportunity to, of course, thank Ma'am Sansan for
It's been a pleasure.
being with us this afternoon. And siguro on behalf of all your students, Ma'am, salamat sa
Salamat din sa kanila. Diyos ko, hindi naman ako aabot sa ganito kundi rin sa kanila.
and of course to all the teachers who are listening, who might watch this sometime in the future.
Happy Teachers Day.
Oo, salamat sa inyong pagbubuhos ng inyong sarili. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Sansan, it's really about sharing, if you're willing to share yourself. And so many people in this field have given so much of themselves. So, isang pagpupugay sa inyong lahat. At syempre kay Ma'am Sansan. Just to end our episode, sabi nga natin, this is Ignited to Inspire. Now, we just ask ourselves now, patapos na naman ang isang linggo, what inspired you this week? Let's start with Gian.
What inspires me? Okay. Sige.
Sa linggo lang na to, this week. What
Okay.
inspired you?
Last Tuesday kasi nag-offset ako, di ba? At sa totoo lang, yung offset ko, dinevote ko sa Talab Talks. Nakinig talaga ako ng mga Talab Talks. Marami akong napakinggan na naka-inspire sa akin. Pero isa sa mga naka-inspire sa akin, yung batang homegrown siya. Hindi ko alam na homegrown siya. Tapos, ang starting point kasi nung speaker ay ano yung best thing na nangyari sa'yo this day. Tapos, hindi ko siya kilala. Tapos, ako na yung nag-approach. Tapos, what's the best thing na nangyari sa'yo? Tapos sabi niya sa akin ay, siyempre may awkwardness, Sabi niya sa akin, sir, nakapagpagupit ako. Tapos na-recognize ko na meron siyang suot na, meron siyang silver medal.
Okay.
Tapos doon ko na na-recognize na, high school student ka before? Dito sa Ateneo.
Sa Ateneo.
Oo, tapos, sir, hanggang grade school. Ganun. Tapos ako na-inspire ako sa kanya. Dalawang bagay. Una yung personal grooming. I mean, yung dala-dala niya hanggang college yung personal grooming na tinuro ng high school. I think, oo. Tapos pangalawa yung wearing of October medal. Actually, pag college na, di ba? Dahil kukonti lang yung nagsusuot ng October medal. Siya, natutunan niya yung from grade school until high school hanggang college. I mean, na-inspire ako sa kanya dahil dala-dala niya pa rin yung tinuro ng grade school at high school.
Yung disiplina andun pa rin.
Disiplina. Oo. At tingin ko isa sa yun sa mga consolation. Consolation ng mga nasa early formation niya. Yan.
Ma'am Sansan, what inspired you this week?
This week,
Or God's love.
marami akong God's love this week birthday ng anak ko ngayon, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Sa bunso ko kay Luis.
Happy birthday, Luis.
Happy birthday, Luis.
What inspires me? This week medyo no. Yung kasi yung susunod dito, hindi. Hindi, ngayon lang, sige. I'll just, kasi when I was looking for pictures kanina to greet Luis, nakita ko yung dad ko sa scroll ko sa pictures ko, and so since I'm not going to be here without him, his example of Ignatian, yung lahat sinasabi nyo kanina, sa kanya ko talaga nakuha yun. He was the example from before, and he passed away last April, so yun lang, whatever we do now, ako si Cholo nakasunod parang tribute na namin sa dad namin sa lahat ng tinuro niya sa amin. Yan.
Okay.
Ikaw, Sir Mark, what inspires you?
Ako nung Martes, pumunta rin ako sa isang talabtok, no, sa Loyola Schools. Yung pinuntahan ko tungkol sa war on drugs to eh. Tapos yung tatlong panelist ay tatlong pare, no? One is assigned in the prison ministry, one in Caloocan, and one in Tayuman, no? So there's one who works with inmates, tapos the other two working with families who are affected by the EJ case, ganyan. I won't go into what they said, pero it was just inspiring to see people who are actually working, diba, quote-unquote, in the margins, na makita mo itong mga taong to. Pwedeng sila mismo kahit anong oras may mangyari sa kanilang masama dahil sa pinaglalaban nila, but they're there, they live there, they stay there, they stay with the communities and the families. So that was very inspiring for me.
Okay.
So muli, to our viewers or listeners, thank you for being with us this afternoon. To all the teachers, a belated happy Teachers Day. And of course, to my guest co-host today, si Sir Gian, maraming salamat. And of course, no, we are blessed this afternoon to have Ma'am Sansan Borja, no, of the senior high school with us. So
Thank you.
maraming
Ma'am
salamat ulit,
Sansan.
ma'am.
At sa'yo din, thank you din.
Thank you,
Sir
Mark.
And just to close our program, we'll just have a short prayer, no? To remind ourselves of who really is the greatest teacher, I think, that we always go to. So we remember that we are in the presence of God, in the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, for all that has been, thank you. For all that is to come, yes. In the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Maraming salamat po muli. At stay tuned, no? The next show will be hosted by someone very close to Ma'am Sansan. Yeah, so see you next week. Maraming salamat.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Radyo Katipunan, down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan, the voice of the Blue Eagle.